Hey, what's up everybody? Akeem here, and in today's Fix of Entertainment news, Samuel L. Jackson has some words for Quentin Tarantino regarding his comments about the Marvelization of Hollywood. Disney is ramping up its original anime production, and The Rock pays for his teenage theft crimes by paying it forward years later. Yeah, let's drop it. Right now, Quentin Tarantino's negative comments about superheroes, saying that the actors who star in Marvel movies aren't exactly movie stars, has now caught the attention of Jules himself, Samuel L. Jackson. Now, the actor who's worked with Tarantino on numerous projects had some words for the director while speaking on it with Entertainment Weekly. Now, he said, quote, "It takes an actor to be those particular characters, and the sign of movie stardom has always been what? Asses in seats? What are you talking about? That's not a big controversy for me to know that apparently these actors are movie stars. Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther. You can't refute that, and he's a movie star." Ooh, Tarantino, you in trouble. Now, if you're not exactly caught up on what Tarantino said, his initial comments, it was during this Tom Segura podcast moment, which got everyone, including Samuel Jackson, talking.
They're not movie stars.
Right.
Captain America is the star.
Right.
Thor is the star. I mean, I'm not the first person to say that. I think that's been said a zillion times. But it's like, it's these franchise characters that become a star. If an actor stars in a movie that does as good as the Marvel movies do, well, that guy's a new star.
Sure.
They're an absolute star, and that means that people dig him or her.
Yeah.
And they like them and they want to see them and stuff. And then they, Sandra Bullock is in Speed.
Right.
All right. And everyone thought she was amazing in it. All right. She was charming as hell. Everyone fell in love with her. And so, even she does a couple of mediocre movies after that, The Net and something else. Okay. Well, people went to see it because they were
like
excited
Sandra
by Sandra
Bullock.
Bullock. They want to see her in something else. And she's good in those movies.
Yeah.
But that's not the case now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the case.
No. We want to see that guy playing whoever, Wolverine or whatever.
Now, if you think about it, Quentin, and I can call him Quentin, I consider him a friend. If you think about what Quentin said, he kind of has a valid point. Now, expounding on his example, Tom Holland was a young actor in Hollywood before he stepped into the role of Spider-Man, but he definitely wasn't a household name beforehand. Now, I and the majority of Marvel fans were excited when we saw that iconic moment where Tony Stark called out for underoos and Spider-Man swung in and said,
"Hey everyone.
Good job."
Now let's just be honest here. We weren't excited because it was Tom Holland. We were excited because it was Spider-Man making his first appearance in the MCU. But his role as Spider-Man did in fact make him a household name and subsequently a movie star. Now Tarantino's point is actors cast in superhero roles today have the fortunate luxury of being tied to the popularity of a pre-established iconic character in pop culture that can then catapult them into movie stardom. Now, back in the day, before the influx of superhero movies, you didn't have that luxury. Now, I think that's what he's saying exactly. There's just an oversaturation of superhero movies Hollywood seems to be taking interest in, and not a lot of original, thought-provoking, and creative movies coming out these days. Now, I'd argue they still exist. Daniel Kaluuya was particularly an unknown before Get Out, and that particular film from Jordan Peele definitely made him a movie star, with consumers flocking to theaters to see him in various other films. So it is still possible to have these original standalone ideas that can subsequently launch the careers of movie stars. Because the majority of people went to see Get Out because it was Jordan Peele's directorial debut, and Daniel Kaluuya's acting, from what we garnered from the trailers and the critical reviews, was something worth watching. Now, I personally understand the whole Marvelization of Hollywood Tarantino was talking about, and putting myself in the shoes of a Marvel fan. I am a Marvel fan. I didn't see the Spider-Man movies because of Tom Holland. I didn't see the Hulk movies because of Edward Norton or Eric Bana. I went to see those films because I grew up watching them in cartoons and reading about them in the comics. The actors were really just ancillary. Now, I think Samuel L. Jackson misinterpreted what Tarantino was saying. He never said actors like the late Chadwick Boseman aren't movie stars, but the fans were more interested in seeing Black Panther than the actor portraying the Marvel character. Now, his powerful portrayal of the character, Black Panther, T'Challa, is what made Boseman a household name and made him a movie star. And even now, with his untimely death, Marvel fans are still rallying for the MCU to eventually recast the role of T'Challa, and it seems that'll likely happen at some point in the MCU given what's witnessed in Wakanda Forever. But you know what? Those are just my thoughts. I'm curious to know which side of the fence you sit on with this one. Do you agree with Tarantino on the whole Marvelization of Hollywood with these Marvel superheroes essentially turning actors into movie stars? Now, I want y'all to keep in mind, Chris Evans was the Human Torch at one point, but it took him becoming the powerhouse, the AAA superhero Captain America, to really make him rise to movie stardom. Anyway, let us know your thoughts down below. Now, in other news, Disney is ramping up its anime production by expanding its partnership with Kodansha. Now, this comes to us by way of an exclusive from Hollywood Reporter. Now, Kodansha is responsible for producing several manga, and the expanded Disney partnership will kick off with production of Tokyo Revengers Christmas Showdown arc coming to Disney Plus in January of 2023. Now, Kodansha's licensing extends to such franchises as Akira, Beck, Battle Angel Alita, and many more, so it'll be interesting to see the Disney Plus original anime selections grow from here. And finally, in a feel-good moment out of frickin' nowhere, The Rock bought up a bunch of Snickers in a Hawaii 7-Eleven where he used to steal one every day when he was a teenager. Now, I'll let him tell the story.
When I was 14 years old, every day I used to stop here at this 7-Eleven and steal a king-size Snicker bar because I couldn't afford to buy one.
Now, it all cost him a whole $298. Now, he also bought the items for a bunch of people that were waiting in line, as well as taking pictures with people that were in line. Now, he truly is the people's champ. And 7-Eleven left a comment on the IG post that read, "King chocolate bar for a king crown." Whatever the hell that means. I guess The Rock gets a pass for stealing every day for about a year. No word yet from Snickers, but IGN did reach out for a comment. Hard-hitting news here, y'all. Hard-hitting news. I'm just kidding. But to The Rock's defense, for stealing, Snickers' slogan is "Hungry, why wait?" So The Rock clearly couldn't wait in line for that Snickers for a whole ass year. Yeah. And that about does it for your entertainment fix for today. I'm Akeem Lawanson. Thank you for watching. Now that you're caught up on today's news, please check out our previous episode. Download the IGN app on all your devices. And for everything else, stick with IGN.